Hey, Dr. J here with another episode of Janine's Justifiables. And this is part 4 in my series of parenthood and parenting. And I'm going to pick up, of course, where I left off on the power of your words was part 3. And this one, part 4, is the power of your presence. Okay? As y'all know, a couple of weeks ago, I sent my daughter to a local church for vacation Bible school. We're new to the area, so we don't know anybody. And so she went on a week, and on Sunday was going to be the culmination of what they learned, their scripture, their song, all of this stuff. And so I went with her, of course, right? And when we get into the congregation, I sit in one section and I tell her, I say, hey, I'm going to be right here. And I'll watch you from here. And so she goes up there to sit with her group and everything. And as the congregation starts to fill up, I realize, because a man comes over with a woman in a wheelchair, and then it's another lady in a wheelchair, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm in the handicap section. So I get up and I move across to the other side of the church. And so my daughter, when her group gets called, she's up there and she's doing her little thing, and I can see her looking through the crowd trying to find my face. And she's missing steps in her little play and all of this stuff. And I'm like, wow, and then she spots me on the other side of the church, and then everything in her lights up, right? She's back on track. She's saying her piece correctly. And I'm saying, wow, this thing about presence is very, it's big. It's big with children. And so your presence, right, as a parent, showing up for your kids, teaches them a couple of things. Number one, that you show up for them, right? I'm going to be here for you, so they can count on you showing up. Number two, they can count on you because you did show up, right? Number three, that you love them. And I'm not saying because you didn't show up, you don't love them, but a continual showing up for them puts in them that my parent loves me, right? And number four is that you will be there for them to support them when they need you to support them. And so I started to think about, of course, I started thinking about some research and what it means for parents to be present in their children's lives. Some years ago, when I was getting my PhD, I did a research project where I interviewed black men, now men, who had lost their fathers during their adolescence, right? And what I realized doing that research was that these were black men whose fathers were present in their life, right? And they felt as though it was a void. It was a void. But then I went and talked to children whose, because I was doing with fathers whose fathers weren't present, and they talked about the disappointment that eventually became anger. Remember, I talked about that. And what I looked at in the research is there are two different types of absence, right? Because the opposite of presence is absence. The absent of a parent, right? Because a parent could be absent because maybe they're in jail, or a parent could be absent because maybe they died, or maybe a parent can be absent just because they ain't got time and they don't feel like doing this parenting thing. And what I realized with the research is that children whose parents passed away actually fare better in life than the children whose parents were just not present because of whatever reason, right? And so because it's the child that's sitting there, it's waiting for them, right? Because with a deceased parent, they learn over time, especially depending on when the parent died in the child's life, is that the parent is not coming back. But a parent that continues to be absent or not present, the child is unsure of when this parent will, or when they will show up. And so, it harms children when parents are not present. Show up for your kids, right? If it's a daddy-daughter dance, show up. If it's mommy and muffins, show up. Because what you teach your children, right? There is an abandonment. It's an abandonment that takes place in them, right? Because if the number one person in their life won't show up for them, who else will? And so then they start having attachment issues with other people and forming relationships because of the parent-child relationship. And I'm not just talking about fathers, absent fathers, because it's some absent moms out there too. And let me just make another point. It's not, some people might say, oh, that's just black fathers, they're not there. No, because let me give you some more research. The research says black men, black fathers, are the number one to show up in their kids' life, that are present in their children's life. So I don't want to hear no race. Oh, it's that black man. That no. Every race has absence and they have presence. So show up for your kids. Show up for them. Show them that you love them. Show them that you're there for them. Because your absence will cause so much irreparable damage in their life. And I just want you to think, if this is you, or if this was you, looking at a door, waiting for somebody to walk through, and you just, every person that come through, you looking, is that them? Is that them? Is that them? What did that feel like in your body? What did that do to your emotions? What did that do to your confidence? Right? What did that do for you? Or if you showed up and you saw that child light up, they just, oh, my mom's here, my dad's here, grandpa's here. What did that do? And think about what it did to you if that was you in that situation. Maybe it was you in that situation as a child. And that one parent, I'm coming, and they never show up. They never show up. Or they hardly ever show up. Show up. Don't think, and I'm going to end with this, don't think because you send money every week or every month that is replacing your presence. You are sadly mistaken. Please show up for them babies, because you are teaching them what it looks like to support. And I'll catch y'all on the next go round.